What is culture shock, Sarah? How can we prepare for culture shock? How do you move through crisis phase? So let's start off with discussing what is culture shock, Sarah?
That's a great question. So culture shock is actually a very normal process that we all experience at some point in our lives. We like to reference all of the phases of culture shock though. Sometimes we only think about the hard phase, but there's actually lots of good phases as well. So you may have experienced culture shock before. Maybe you've gotten a new job. Maybe you've been married before, or maybe you had a new child. Maybe you're already thinking about moving to the United States, or you have recently. All of those things can be a part of the culture shock process. The first stage we talk about is honeymoon, when everything seems super exciting. And then the crisis phase, that's the hard one, when things don't really seem exciting anymore, and they're hard, and it's tough, and maybe you have some doubts. But then you start to continue with your journey, and you start to accept things, and things are starting to feel better, you're getting more acclimated, until that final phase where you're actually adjusted, and you're feeling great, you've adapted to your new life, and for our purposes, we want you to be, of course, living well and thriving in the United States.
So Sarah, how can we prepare for culture shock?
Well, preparing for culture shock. That's a tough question. A lot of times you can prepare, and that's what we're going to focus on mainly. When you know a new event is coming up in your life, when you know a great change is going to be happening, you can start to prepare. So in our context, when we're thinking about moving to the United States, becoming a USRN, maybe you're already in the process, and we're so excited that you're going to be coming to join us in just a few months or years. Start doing research if you haven't already. Start to be looking for reputable sites where you can gather really good information about the new experience, about living in that new culture.